Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, nice to see you again. My name is Dian Octaviani from X4G. In this occasion, I would like to share my video which talking about the nature of teaching and learning. Okay, let's get started. What is teaching? Teaching is not only speaks to other people about certain knowledge. Teaching has two parts. So two parts we will talk each other. The talk is one kind of communication. When we are teaching, we are meeting other people to accept our knowledge. There are lecturer or teacher and student. They would do speak each other that we call it as a communication. Such as I mentioned above, teach is not about speaking to other people or talk about certain topics. There are two aspects of teach. The first, deliver knowledge or information to other people. Second, transfer of certain values or principles about life in topics area that we have choose. The values will transform to the circumstance that we want it happen in the future. First, deliver knowledge or information to other people. Teaching is speak with full of meaning about certain topics. Full of meaning means it's not merely about knowledge, but how we did interpretation of the knowledge that it has connection into real world. The connection among knowledge and reality have need explanation. How would we do it? The knowledge would be having useful or constructive purpose if we could answer how we do it. It has talk about strategy to do something with knowledge that we are already had. Deliver knowledge is not give information, but it must contain ways to apply knowledge into reality. Applying knowledge do not add to improve. The knowledge have advantages. Second, transfer of certain values or principles about life in topics area that we had choose. Most knowledge or scientific thinking has background values, which it will be foundation of increased knowledge. The values might differ from the knowledge, but it could not be alienated. The values have been stimulating human mind and a marriage process of thinking to solve the problem. The appearance of knowledge is part of problem solving of human being. The knowledge could not alienate from reality. It would search relevant purpose that compatible with human problem. It is the nature of knowledge. Certain values could give framework to apply the knowledge and the next problem that it might appear. And the 2F aspect teaching has stimulated to other dati. The dati has a relationship with its useful or constructive purpose and solve the problem. Both of relationship has related with reality which the knowledge would apply. Empowerment the society is the dati when we are empowering society. We are applying knowledge and attempt to solve the problem of society. Society is inspiration of knowledge. There are many problems to be solved. There are need knowledge that source from academic or intellectual worksheet. As such mentioned on the first paragraph, teaching is not only speech to other people about a certain knowledge, right? There are two aspects of teach. First, deliver knowledge or information to other people. And the second, transfer of certain values or principles about life in topics are that we have choose. Knowledge have task to empowering society. It will try to solve many problems in the society. The job like teaching it is always challenging because there are many information or knowledge. Applying knowledge do not act to improve the knowledge have advantages for the society. And the next is learning. What is learning? Okay, learning is the process of acquiring new understanding, knowledge, behaviors, skills, values, attitudes, and reference. The ability to learn is possessed by humans, animals, and some machines. There is also evidence for some kind of learning in certain plants. Some learning is immediate, induced by a single event, but much skill and knowledge accumulate from repeated experiences. The changes induced by learning often last a lifetime, and it is hard to distinguish learned material that seems to be lost from that which cannot be retrieved. And human learning start at birth. It might even start before in terms of an embryo's need for both interaction with and freedom within its environment within the womb, and continues until that as a consequence of ongoing interaction between people and their environment. The nature and process involved in learning are studied in many established fields as well as emerging fields of knowledge. For example, with a shared interest in the topic of learning from safety events such as incident or accidents, or in collaborative learning health system. Research in such a field has led to the identification of various sort of learning. For example, learning may occur as a result of habituation or classical conditioning, operant conditioning, or as a result of more complex activities such as play. Since only in relatively intelligent animals learning may occur consequently or without consequence awareness, learning that an aversive event cannot be avoided or escaped may result in condition called a learning helplessness. There is evidence for human behavioral learning prenatally indicating in which habituation has been observed as early as 32 weeks and to gestation, indicating that the central nervous system is sufficiently developed and free for learning and memory to occur fairly early in this development. Okay, and I will tell you 6 ways nature to help children learn. Yeah, it's so important because nature of teaching and nature of learning is so important. It's so very important um, in the way of learning. So the first is nature restores children's attention. Attention is clearly important for learning, but many kids have trouble paying attention in the classroom, whatever it be because of distraction, mental fatigue, or ADHD. ADHD. Luckily, spending time in nature, talking a walk in the park, and even having a view of nature out of the window help restore kids' attention, allowing them to concentrate and perform better on cognitive tests. Nature relieves children's stress. Just like adults, children are less stressed when they have green spaces to retreat to occasionally, helping them to be more resilient. Studies have found that holding a class outdoors 1 day a week can significantly improve the daily cortisol pattern of students, reflecting less stress and better adaptation to stress when compared to kids with indoor only instruction. Also, in a study looking at children in rural environments, those with more nature nearby recover better from stressful life events in terms of their self-worth and distress. And the third is nature helps children develop more self-confidence. Many children, particularly those with ADHD, have trouble with impulse control, which can get in the way of school learning. My college and have found that green space near kids' homes spell them to have more self-discipline and concentrate better, especially girls. Also, parents of kids with ADHD report that when their kids participate in activity outdoor versus indoors, it reduces their ADHD symptoms. Since self-discipline and impulse control are tied to academic success, it is perhaps no surprise that. And the next is outdoor instruction makes students more engaged and interested. Kids seem to like classes outdoors. Unfortunately, many teachers fear bringing kids outside to learn, worrying that they'll be bouncing off the walls afterward and less engaged in the next lesson. Luckily, research seems to suggest that kids are more engaged in learning not only during outdoor classes but also upon returning to their classroom afterward, even if the subject they returns is nature related. Okay, everyone, I think that's all. I hope this video being useful for us. Thank you so much. See you next time.